Hello and welcome back to Realm of Thrones, and indeed we have our last two sieges against the Vale. I believe there are actually additional fiefs that I don't really know. I don't really know what they have. I need to check that. I just know that they have these last two in the Iron Islands. As you can see, Lord Peter Baelish is taking the other one, Hammerhorn. I actually baited him into doing that, by the way, because obviously there aren't any straight up commands that you can really use in these situations. You kind of need to manipulate the vassals in a certain way to be able to do anything in that regard, and it's kind of a little bit, yeah, not so great in this situation, especially because we do have the ability to take this relatively swiftly. I mean, obviously, think about it. I mean, they've got a pretty large garrison. We can kind of starve them out a little bit. We can destroy the walls. Obviously, I need to put my trebuchets in the reserves for the moment. But yeah, otherwise, apart from that, I can only hope that Mr. Baelish is going to actually do his thing and actually take it. He has an army of 945, so it should be significantly easy. And the funny thing is, I started the siege at Hammerhorn. He joined me, and then I left. That's basically the way that you manipulate the vassals into, you know, taking the thing without actually having to be there yourself. Now, I can only hope that they're going to go through with it. I can hope that he's going to not get cold feet or anything like that. And the Reach have declared... Oh, that's always very funny. The Reach have declared war against us once again, which is to be expected, I suppose. Oh, very funny. Oh, look at that. Oh, okay. Apparently, Roro was actually taken prisoner. Surprisingly enough, he was leading an army very recently, so I'm assuming that he was... well, basically, there was a disband of an army nearby, a bunch of North vassals, and apparently that is what thwarted their escape attempt, I suppose, or something along those lines at least. And is he still... He's still not going in. Okay, making peace with the North. Okay, apparently we're making peace with the North. Alright, sure. We'll make peace with the North then, even though we haven't really done much. As you can see, they have 3 of our prisoners, and we only have 1 of theirs, so I suppose it makes sense, right? I suppose it makes sense that we that we do that. Brienne is actually a huge proponent of war. She's basically in in disagreement every single time we go for any kind of peace agreement, which is actually hilarious. I actually wouldn't have thought that, I guess. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, there you go. Owner of Goldgrass. There we go. Goldgrass has now been taken. We're going to give that to Austin there. Because obviously he only has one thing. I mean, a bunch of our vassals only have one thing because we recently recruited so many new clans. And they're obviously going to be helping us out a great deal, or at least I hope so. I hope they're actually going to be helping us. And you can see here that the garrison is now getting starved out, which is wonderful. Now, we are getting some offers from people, most notably, obviously, Vale, House Baratheon, and Dawn to make peace. And, of course, we're not going to do that. No, we're not going to do that. Ah, there we go. Oh, wait a minute. Hello. Oh, this is absolutely perfect. Okay, so this is the strategy that I was talking about. So now that this fellow's joined us, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to leave... And this guy will now continue the siege. I can only hope that Peter is actually going to continue this. Now, I would like to see the Vale. Where is the last remaining fief that the Vale... Ah, this over here. Aha, yes, that makes sense. Wait a minute. I think they actually have an additional one. Yeah, I think they have an additional one because, as far as I remember, they have 4... remaining fiefs. So they have these 3, and then they have an additional 4th. And I'm not entirely sure where that one is. Now, I am going to need to have a bit of a... well, I'm going to have a little bit of a trade route spree in a little bit, and I'm going to have to go to a number of different towns. Thankfully, because we have such a large territory at the moment, I really have, endless amounts of choice in regards to marketplace visitations, but... what we're going to do first is we're actually going to take a look at Woon's athletics skill, because I completely forgot to do that in the previous episode, and in the one before that, I forgot to look at it at the very end, even though I said I was actually going to look at it. So we're going to take a look at him. Okay, so he has only 58 in athletics. What? That is actually insane. Yeah, oh yes, yes. He only okay. So he literally didn't have anything in athletics beforehand. I didn't know that. I thought that he was, not maxed out certainly, but I thought he definitely had a huge amount. And obviously he is level 30, so it's going to take a long, long time for him to, get anywhere. Now, what's really cool actually is that athletics actually provides us with knockback resistance and knockdown resistance. I'm not entirely sure. Is this part of the base game? Because as far as I'm aware, I've never seen this, but it could be because I've just never looked at it. I've just never looked at it super, super clearly, or shall we say closely, in the same way. But yeah, if it's part of the base game, then okay. But if it's part of Realm of Thrones, then that's cool, nice. Yeah, it's nice to see new little things being added there. But yeah, anyway, we are going to try to besiege this, and we can hope that. Did he take it? Did he actually take that? I mean, he should have been able to take that extremely easily, right? Traveling to Hammerhorn to besiege. Yeah, well, I mean, obviously Peter is going in. He's definitely doing a good job. But the question is, did he just... I am actually going to be livid if he left that particular fief beforehand, because that fief had no garrison, no walls, and it makes no sense whatsoever. Oh yeah, no, he did actually leave it. That is hilarious. I am extremely surprised. Yeah, so it's not a foolproof, not a foolproof strategy. The AI can still surprise you with its incompetence. And yes, I'm actually very surprised by that, to be honest, because I thought that was going to be an easy win for us. And Peter stuck it out. Look at that. Peter stuck it out really, really nicely, and he actually ended up taking Hammerhorn. And now a Boromund is coming. Oh, okay. Why is he coming over here? That is so strange. I don't know why he's doing that. Yes, Boromund. Why are you like this, yes. Okay, yeah, so he is in fact coming over here, which is not great. We are going to say no once again to the Vale. We have 164 of their prisoners now. Yes, that is actually kind of insane. And yeah, we can only hope that maybe we're going to have a better time now. And well, maybe Peter will actually go over and finish Old Wick off. That wouldn't be too bad. But for me personally, as I've said, I don't really, these last few sieges, I like using this strategy. This is what I've actually done multiple times already in the series. I haven't really shown that much because generally it is just a, kind of a formality most of the time. It should have been a formality at Old Wick as well. It should have been super, super easy for, this guy to lead his party into the siege, because I mean literally we took down the walls, they were starving, it should have been easy, but unfortunately he's a bit weird apparently. Okay, Rico is traveling to Hornvale. Alright, okay, that is to be expected, I suppose. Now the question is, if I leave, you think Boromund is going to leave too? Well, I'm going to do it again. I am going to do it again, and we're just going to have to see whether he decides to do this or not. And, there we go. One of our children has reached the next age. Okay, this is fantastic. Let's go for some leadership skill and some social. Let's go for some writing, and there we go. Cunning has now increased otherwise. Very nice. And I think I'm going to leave. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to leave, and we're going to see what actually happens. Because Old Wick is still calling for us, and we are going to go back there and take that. Now, I cannot for the life of me figure out what the Vale has. So we're going to be taking a look. Okay, here we go. The Rills. Okay. So where is this actually? Am I going to be completely surprised? Oh yeah, I am completely surprised. Okay, I had no idea it was all the way over here. How did they even take this? This is actually crazy. Alright, so I'm going to make my way over there because Old Wick is super easy to take, and one of our vassals, hopefully Peter, will go over there. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. Yeah, no, Boromund has actually gone in now, so he hasn't been distracted by what Peter was doing this time, which is great. Alright, so apparently we're going to be making peace with Dawn here. And, yeah, I mean, how can I say no? They haven't really done anything, you know? I mean, the funny thing is, we're paying through the nose. Yes, we're paying through the nose to both of these people. As you can see, the North, we are literally paying them 24,000 gold per day, which is bonkers. But the thing is, if I were to say no to these peace agreements, I would be out of influence in no time at all. So we need to eliminate the Veil as fast as possible, and that's exactly what I'm doing. As you can see, there are 2 castles remaining. I'm at the rules right now. Yes, I'm at the rules right now. I'm actually creating all my trebuchets, all my fantastic little pieces of siege equipment, and hopefully, Lonely Light was taken, by the way. Lonely Light was taken, so that's absolutely fine. And we can only hope that Old Wick is maybe... Oh no, apparently people are traveling to random places. Oh dear. Oh no. Okay. Well, whatever the case, I guess I will try to take Old Wick myself, even though the walls are literally down, and I thought that the AI would know that, and they would immediately go over there. But apparently they don't, for some reason. Alright, so we're going into the siege at the rails here, and, well, technically I would have just, you know, let my AI do this, you know, let my AI friends do this, but generally, because it is just me here, I didn't really want to, you know, I didn't really want to, and considering this is one of the last sieges that the Veil is ever going to see on screen in the series, I thought I'd give them, I mean, technically it's not even their fief, technically it's the North, but, yeah, I guess we can kind of, I don't know, we can kind of try to give them a little bit of a send-off. Well, I mean, this is actually the best send-off that we could give them, to be honest, because the funny thing about that is that we're kind of disrespecting them in a really nice way, actually, because we're not showing them on screen, and we're showing northern units instead, which I think is probably the best way that we could give them the most disrespect possible, considering we don't really like them that much. So yes, that's actually pretty cool, and that's actually yeah, that's worked out quite nicely, you know. That means that we don't have to fight any Veil units, and we don't have to give them any screen time, which is nice. It would have been cool to actually have a big showdown, obviously, at the end, but this is generally how it tends to go. They, you know, they go out with a whimper rather than with a crash, bang, and a wallop. Even though we are giving them a wallop right now, you know. So yeah, that's kind of the deal. And yeah, you can see here they're literally all retreating. Funnily enough, my forces do seem to be kind of just standing there. Yeah, most of them seem to just literally stand still when the enemy decides to retreat. But there you go, 49 kills in such a short siege. Pretty cool, actually, not bad. Okay, so we're going to take a look. I believe it's Old Wick, actually. Old Wick needs to get taken. So I guess I will literally just go and take that. And then we'll... oh yeah, I actually need to go and sell, don't I? Yeah, I need to go and sell pretty badly, by the way. So that is actually... that's a big problem. That is actually a really, really big problem we're having right now. Because 200,000 we have in cash. I had 320... And in such a short time, I lost 120,000. So you can kind of see where that's coming from, right? And it's probably coming from the tributes, to be honest. You know, the tributes are the things that are causing us the great deal of headache at this point. So yeah, we're basically just going to leave this the way it is. We're just going to queue up something. I just want the gardens to be actually done at some point. And yeah, so obviously we have Baratheon and Winterfell nearby. These are ours, actually, hilariously enough. I don't even know when Baratheon was taken, but must have been taken by someone. And yeah, otherwise, this is it. Yeah, this is actually it. We have one final fief remaining, and Old Wick will no doubt be taken sometime soon. And there it is. Oh yeah, the veil has now been eliminated, and yeah, we actually are in possession of so many of their vassals that we now have the ability. This is very much it's a possibility. I don't know whether it's actually gonna happen because, well, I don't have that much cash. You know, I don't have that much cash. Now, if I had a lot more money, I'd be able to do this pretty easily, but unfortunately, I've been trying. You see, I've been trying, you know, because the veil was destroyed a few moments ago, and I've been trying to go to each individual town really close by. I've been trying to travel there as fast as I possibly can. Actually, speaking of that, I think I'm having herding problems. Okay, I should probably do something about that, shouldn't I? Yes. Okay, let's get rid of some of our horses. I have so many horses, by the way, so I think I do at least. Yeah, there we go. We got a load of Dothraki horses, so we could pretty much get rid of them. We could technically slaughter them if we wanted to. The question is, that might make more sense than getting rid of them this way. How many do we want to slaughter? This much? How many can we... Ah, I see. Wait a minute. No, it's not that. Okay, I see. It's just one at a time. Okay, well, if I do this... There we go. Let's do that. And then how much do we... Oh, wow. Okay, we have so many... Okay, yeah, we've got so many of these things. This is actually crazy. We've got loads of saddles as well, by the way. I need to get rid of these saddles. Saddles is absolutely awful, the amount that I have. But yeah, we'll just get rid of a load of these. And yeah, we're now traveling so much faster. You see that? That's absolutely crazy. And obviously we have a lot of Sumpter horses too, but I don't want to get rid of too many of those because we're carrying so much in the way of cash that I want to be a little bit careful on that. Okay, yeah, 0.1. That's good enough. That's good enough for me. And obviously we did gain a significant amount of food as well, which is absolutely fantastic. So, of course, now that the Veil are eliminated, we have so much extra freedom. And we can do pretty much anything we want. We can now focus on actually attacking people that are worth our time. Yes, yes, indeed. I'm insulting them even after their demise. Yes, indeed. That's what we like to see. Now, the question is, do we want to try and persuade a couple of them to join us? Well, I do know for a fact that Nakaro, who I talked about in the previous episode, he is actually a prisoner of ours. We can technically do that. Oh, Stannis is on a spree right there. He actually took some people prisoner, which is very nice, and that means that we're going to have even more control over everything. So yeah, so this is what's currently going on in the world. You can see here that obviously we have our armies relatively close and pretty deep actually into, well, not that deep, but I guess pretty much kind of close-ish to the towns of House Baratheon, which is not too bad. And yeah, obviously we do have Dorne down there. We're not at war against them. I'm not sure why Barristan's down there. He seems to be randomly patrolling for unknown reasons. It would be pretty nice if he would go and help someone, but I suppose, you know, patrolling is obviously fine if he needs to recruit some people or do some management, something like that. But yeah, anyway, we're going to need 300,000 at least to be able to convert a clan to our side. Obviously, this is very time consuming, me going to all these towns and everything. So what I'm actually going to do is I will speak to Nakaro. I believe he is somewhere around here. Last time I saw him, at least. What about these guys? Mathizo, yes, he's right here. Hello there. Hello there. Let's get him, shall we? Let's get him to join us. Yeah, he has 62 relation with us. That's actually crazy. Okay, so yeah, I have an offer for you. Join us and you will be set free. There we go. All right. Oh, maybe it's actually not going to be 300,000 because we're technically having him as a prisoner. So I assume that takes precedence. So let's see if it is actually... Oh, wow. Are you serious? Okay, sure. Why not? Why not, you know? how can I say no to, you know, to a guy that literally has 62 relation with us? But I always find that the pricing really funny when it comes to bartering with vassals, because some people literally just want, you know, 80,000, and other people want what this guy wanted, which was almost 400,000. I mean, really, come on now, 400,000. That's just crazy. I don't know what actually determines that, by the way, because he has 62 relation with us. So technically, because we have 62 relation, that's actually a significant amount, a very nice amount in actual fact of relation. Usually, you're never going to have that amount with some random vassal here and there, but in this case, apparently, yeah, we did. Now, I did actually take a look at our expenses, and apparently the garrison and party expenses are so much more than the tribute payments. The tributes are not actually the thing that are bankrupting us right now, which is super funny. I'm not entirely sure what's even happening with that, to be honest. I would have expected the tributes to be a lot more, but apparently not. So we are going to have to do something about the garrison. Funnily enough, I'm actually not entirely sure, because I have the wall, obviously. I should probably give that to someone else, to be honest. Let's give that to... I actually don't know who has anything nearby. Who has things nearby? I think Baelish does. So I'll just give him the wall. And yeah, we have... Wow, yeah, we have so many fiefs. It's absolutely insane. Yeah, well, the thing is, I actually I can't even we have Astapor, don't we? Yes, we do have Astapor. Okay, so the prosperity here is really good, so it should be absolutely fine. We are still losing -1 though, for some reason. I don't know why we're losing -1, but yeah, there you have it. And who else? What else do we have? Obviously, we have King's Landing. They gave us that, which is very nice. Oh, we also have Demon Gate. Why do we have Demon Gate? Okay, I'm going to give that away. I'll give that to this fellow. And we have King's Landing. 12,000 prosperity. That is insanity. Wow, that is so nice. And we also have Winterfell, which has 5,700. Not bad. That's very nice as well. We also have Illyria here, which is gaining in prosperity, which is very nice as well. And I think that's pretty much all we have. Oh, we also have... How do we have Hesh? Why are these things randomly given to me? I didn't see that. Ah, yeah, that's the reason why we are having so much of a large expense, because all of these random settlements that have massive amounts of people in the garrison are actually causing us some problems. Like, for example, look at Volantis. It has 616 people in the garrison. No wonder we're spending so much, right? It's just ridiculous. And oh, we have Sarth too. Wow, this is incredible. Look at this prosperity of this place. Wow, okay, yeah, I'm actually very impressed with that. Yeah, okay. So we only have towns now, which is really nice. And how are we doing? We're still doing pretty badly. Okay. Oh, I thought I would have done a very good job there, but no, we're still actually losing 4,000. Or maybe even more than that, you know, per day. That's pretty terrible. But thankfully, all of these towns that we're going to right now, they all have about 80,000, which is really good. And as you can see, we're back up to 300,000 when we were down at 47. So yeah, that's really nice. Now, I can only hope that our vassals are actually going to do something in regards to House Baratheon. We kind of need to force them into some decent situations here. Of course, as we know, they are going to extort us heavily for any kind of peace agreement, which is hilarious considering we're the aggressor and we are dominating them quite dramatically. But, you know, that's how it is. Ah, look at who we have here. Yes, I know for a fact that, yes, this is a favorite of someone. Yes. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to try to fight this guy. Now, we're going to fight him, but we're going to be releasing him after the fact if we manage to achieve victory. Now, the reason why we're going to do that, oh dear. The garrison is joining. Oh dear. Okay, well, that's a bit of a problem, isn't it? Okay, I could technically use the dragon. Yeah, could technically use the dragon, I suppose. And we could try to restrict the dragon a little bit so that we don't, you know, completely dominate the... Yeah, okay. I think that's what we'll do. We'll do a little bit of a support from the dragon here, because I think that's kind of... I mean, it's not necessary. I think it's probably necessary for us to achieve victory here, potentially. That's the thing. If I had been able to at least starve out the garrison before these guys had gotten here, then it would have been fine. But look at what we have to deal with here. We have to literally deal with so many Northern Winter Champions and Winter Warriors. I don't actually know what they're all about. So, Winter Champion... Wait. Winter Champion. There we go. Okay, let's have a look. Winter Champion. Oh, yeah. So, as you can see, these are the highest tier of infantry. Probably not going to be super dangerous. So, what I'm going to do is we're going to go in there, and we are going to... Basically, we're going to just even things up a little bit, and I'm probably going to try to eliminate at least 400 people, and then we're going to retreat, and then we're going to go back in without the dragon. That's basically what we're going to try to do here. Hopefully that's going to work out. Let me just see. Just move these guys like so. There we go. All right, absolutely fantastic. Now, let's have a look. Okay, so what do we have? How many archers do they have? That's going to be the biggest problem. Okay, 63. Yeah, they have a lot of cavalry as well. I will just charge into the cavalry on the right flank here. And we'll try to eliminate a whole bunch of them. And then we will try to eliminate a bunch of the archers in the meantime too. As you can see, we are taking massive damage. And I might not even be able to eliminate 400. Whoa, okay, that horse is... Okay, yeah, I am... Wow, okay. This is actually... Wow, okay. I'm speechless, actually. I don't... Oh, that is so funny. Okay, yeah, I'm not entirely sure what I can do now, because the... You know what? Let's just retreat now. Let's just retreat now. Go back in. There's not much I can do about that. As you saw, the amount of damage that these cavalry are capable of doing, this is the reason why I feel like we do need to use the dragon here. 1,600 people. I mean, literally, 1,600 people. And now, you know what's even funnier? All those horses that I just killed, they're alive again. Yes. So we're basically... Okay, let's just do this again. Okay, let's try to do this a little bit better this time around. Okay. I should have probably gone and got some giants before doing this, but the North declared war on us once again. And I thought to myself, okay, yeah, we should be able to take the twins. That's going to be pretty easy, right? No. It's not actually easy. They have a lot of people in the garrison there. As you might expect, of course. Okay, so let's just move these guys a little bit closer. There we go. Yeah, I don't really want to charge anyone here, actually. I don't really want to charge anyone because we're going to have a problem. Okay, I'm just going to try to eliminate those guys. Try to charge the cavalry from the side. That's a little bit better. There we go. That's good. That's good. Nice. Nice hit and run strategy. Not bad. And we're just going to have our archers continue to do damage here. Going to tell our cavalry to charge in. Going to try to continue doing damage to the majority of the infantry. And then we'll tell our infantry to charge in as well. Okay, now we're going to go for a bit of a little fire breath here. Okay, that went... Oh, we actually... we roasted our wife. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. Whoopsie. Yeah, that's not exactly what you want to do, is it? I'm going to get an earful later. But yes, otherwise, we will just continue trying to eliminate as many of the mounted units as possible. There we go. Decent damage. And I just need to do damage through the enemy here. I just need to do damage through them right now. Just need to continue doing charge damage. This is going to be the biggest source of support that I can provide my people. Yeah, bit of a problem here. I think we might be all right. How am I? Why are my cavalry over there? Oh dear. I don't know why they're over there. Okay, well, whatever the case, I don't think it matters too much. But yeah, as you can see, a lot of northern mounted warlords and everything. A lot of them being eliminated here. We need to continue running down these fellows. Nice, nice, nice. Very good. Now I'm going to come in from the side over here. I'm going to do some roasting. Yes, there we go. Yes. Absolutely perfect. That was fantastic. Great positioning right there, if I do say so myself. I'm going to pat myself on the back for that, for once. Usually I don't do that kind of stuff, but yeah, that was pretty nice in my opinion. And we're just going to continue. Yeah, as you can see, we haven't even eliminated 400 yet, which is just insanity. Okay, yeah, we've got obviously the archers. Don't really want to be charging into the archers in a straight line because I'm being stupid right now. That's great. We also don't really want to get shot all the way from over here. Gonna tell my cavalry to charge in once again. Tell my infantry to charge in, even though there's only 2 of them for some reason. Must have lost a whole bunch. Oh, actually, hilariously enough, we haven't even lost that many. But yeah, apparently, yeah, it's good enough. I don't know. Okay, so let's just see what we can do here. I kind of want to... I'm basically just staying on the fringes of the battle at this point. Because what I want to do is I want to do this. There we go. Yes. Yes. Okay, now my dragon... Ah, there we go. It's gone. It's gone. It's not dead, thankfully. It's not dead, but it is gone. All right. Now we just have to deal with this the old-fashioned way. Let's try and see if we can survive. Alright, so how are we doing? How are we doing? We just have to remind ourselves how much we actually have, by the way, because we have 470 people. So just remember that we have 470, and that's what we have to work with here. And we need to eliminate basically every single one of these people to be able to make this work. I obviously don't know whether that's even possible with our current forces, but I can only hope that will be the case. These archers are really making things very uncomfortable for us. Yeah, I guess I can just do what I can. And try to eliminate... ooh, that was a big hit. That was not good. Alright, that was very, very bad. Yeah, that was extremely, extremely bad for us. Okay. We're going to tell everyone to charge. Hopefully that's going to force the opponent. I'm not sure if they're going to retreat at this point. We have basically eliminated so many of them that they should have very low morale right now. Alright, not too bad, not too bad. I'm still alive, surprisingly. Oh yeah, that's also... Oh, I always forget. I don't know why. I need to go to King's Landing. I need to purchase the poppy item. Yes, the poppy item. I can't remember the full name of it right now, but yes, that's what I need to do. That would be exceptionally useful right now. Imagine I could literally drink that and be like, yes. I would actually be in a great position then. You know, I really want to get off my mount right now, but I really can't. I just can't, you know. I just cannot do that. That is just fundamentally going to kill me, I assume. But the thing is, if I were to get off here, I'd be able to do so much damage on foot. That's the thing. I really would. Yeah, unfortunate for me that these guys are coming in here. Whoa, loads and loads of enemies. This is insane. Okay, can we actually do this? Ooh, alright. So, we got ourselves eliminated. However, I actually do think that we are going to be okay. As you can see, we have taken... we've basically done... Well, we've taken no casualties, pretty much, which is pretty crazy. Wun is actually still alive, which is great. That is perfect. If he is still alive, then we have every chance of victory here. Me saying that, he's probably going to get shot and killed very, very soon, but let's hope that that's not the case. Now, how many people do we have? We have 67 on the field right now, and now here's the thing. This is what's really funny. Think about how much damage our dragon was able to do. We only got about, what, 350 kills with the dragon in comparison to the majority of our forces. The Triarch Guardians got 106, Giant Archers got 156. They're the ones that are mostly carrying our people right now, which is pretty crazy. And indeed, I will speed things up and let's see what happens. I'm pretty sure at this point we're going to be okay. Yes, indeed. There you go. They're running. They are running. They're retreating. So we didn't even have to kill all of them, which is great. Look at that. 323 renown. I am extremely surprised that they decided to do that, even though, to be honest, I think I probably would have retreated a lot earlier if I were them. And there you go. Alright, so let's actually have a look and just see and make sure that we're releasing the right people. I'm obviously going to be capturing a load of them. Yeah, I just want to make sure that we're doing the right thing here. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, we have these. That's okay. Okay, yes. I think this guy is actually... Yeah. This guy is actually the leader of a clan. I could potentially take him prisoner and then offer him to join us. Yeah, let's do that. And we got this. Okay, this is a mercenary. Okay. Ah, there we go. There he is. Okay, so I'm going to let this guy go because I want to try to increase my relation with him. As you can see, he has 0 relation, so let's try to release him. He is the only guy from the Seaworth clan at the moment here, which is actually kind of bad for us. Would have been nice if we'd been able to get a bunch more of them, but yeah, unfortunate that we weren't able to. And now, as you can see, we can do some pretty crazy stuff by literally getting so many prisoners converted, and we have these fellows. Are these guys actually any good? I don't know. I guess so. I guess we'll take a couple of them, and we'll take the Northern Mounted Warlords, and then that's all I can really take. I don't think I don't think the town has been taken because they just sallied out, right? They just sallied out. So that's the thing. I can't take these prisoners because the town has not been taken yet because I haven't dealt with the militia or anything like that, right? So yeah, we're just going to continue onward then. And I mean, what are we going to get for it? Probably like what, 3 points in roguery skill and maybe like 20,000 in cash or something like that, which is really not a super big deal. So, let's see. Let's see what's actually going to happen. Maybe we're going to get lucky, and maybe we will have actually taken the castle, or taken the town. I don't think so. I don't think so somehow. Because that was a sally out. That means that the garrison is basically gone. And yeah, as you can see, we can now continue the siege. Yeah. So, whoa, wait a minute. The garrison is actually still there. There's actually a significant amount of them still there, surprisingly. All right, pretty crazy. And yeah, we should actually take a look at the Seaworth clan. See what they're... Are these... What? He's dead! All of these guys are dead! Oh no! Oh, that's actually really bad. Look at that. Okay, she died in childbirth, actually. I thought she would have died from the White Walkers. This guy died in battle in 304. Okay. Wow. Okay, so yeah, Davos is the only one, well, that we know of that is actually still alive. That's actually pretty crazy. So, yeah. Anyway, so we now want to put out our trebuchets, and we're now going to be dealing with the twins. That was, I gotta say, that was an absolutely insane battle. We're gonna, obviously, as I say, we're going to use the dragon sparingly, but I felt like we actually used it really, really nicely here. By the way, this is the Zorse, and this is the, these are the stats that it has. For me personally, I think this is probably one of the best horses I've ever seen. Is that true? I'm actually not entirely sure. If you take a look at it in comparison to the Ryanar Pureblood and the various other noble mounts that we have access to, the Zorse is crazy good. Obviously, the Unicorn is going to be much better in terms of charge damage and things like that, but I personally value the speed a bit better, and obviously the Chariots are completely different from that as well. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of show you that because I haven't shown that yet. I haven't shown that on screen, so yeah, I thought, you know, it might be interesting. Anyway, that is going to be it for this episode. In the next one, we're going to try and take the twins. It's going to be kind of hard, considering there are so many militia here, and indeed a garrison too. I don't think I'm going to starve them out. I think I'm just going to destroy the walls and then just go in and see what we can do. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.